Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. We're going to take our April 2024 look at Flesh and Blood sales data off of TCG Player. Just keep in mind these are the April data. I'm recording and releasing this video pretty late in May, so do not forget that as we go through things. Also, don't forget that in March we had a bonus buck sale, the first one that we had gotten since Black Friday in 2023, and so that drove a lot of sales. Now, I've got the horizontal axis here set at 2 months wide. So we'll see all of March and then we'll see all of April. Of course, April is the one we're interested in. And first up, we'll look at Welcome to Wraith Unlimited, Arcane Rising Unlimited, and Crucible of War Unlimited. Of course, seeing those big spikes during the bonus buck sale in March, and then just slow purchases throughout April. Of course, Arcane Rising continues to surprise me that it's bought at the slowest rate of the three. Of course, it is the most expensive box, but that's kind of the market telling us that it's the best box out of the three, that it's the one you should be buying, and yet the slope of this line is the most shallow. We'll go over to the month-over-month table here, and of course what this shows is March box sales, April box sales, month-over-month percent difference in number of boxes sold, and then the average box sales price for March, the average box sales price for April, the month-over-month change in that average price, and then multiply those numbers together to get the same for the revenue numbers. And of course, I apologize, but MATLAB does not offer the ability to change the font size on these tables, so it is what it is. And you can see a big reduction in the number of boxes sold in April from March. Of course, in March, you had that bonus buck sale giving you a big incentive to pull sales to the left on the timeline or organically stimulate sales that otherwise would not have happened. And of course, we did not have that in April, and so we expect to see a big drop-off in sales in April from March. Moving forward, we'll go on to Monarch first, Tales of Aria first, and Everfest first. Plot those up on the 2-month wide horizontal timeline. And again, you see those big jumps at the bonus buck sale in March. And so I expect when we come to the month-over-month table, yeah, we see a 66% drop in Monarch First Edition box sales in April from March, a 4% change in price. This is interesting here that Tales of Aria First Edition saw a 70% increase in the number of boxes sold. It went from 40 to 68, but the box price dropped by 17%. And Everfest only edition, pretty flat on number of boxes sold, went from 45 to 48, and the box price fell from $54 to $48, a drop of 12%. Quickly, we'll go through History Pack Volume 1, as we always do. Over the 2-month period, only sold about 29 boxes. In the month-over-month table, we see that it sold 15 in March and then 14 in April and had a 1% price fall in April. And on to the third generation sets, Uprising, Dynasty, Outsiders. We'll plot those. Now, you don't see those big jumps at the bonus buck sale because they are neither yet collectible nor still very, let's say, interesting to current players. And so you don't see the big jumps. You can see right here a little bit of a jump, but it not as profound and pronounced as the earlier expansions booster boxes. On the month-over-month table, we see the same effect where the bonus buck sale pulled sales to the left into March, and then in April it sold fewer boxes. So Uprising, 53% fewer boxes sold in April from March. Dynasty down 31%, and Outsiders down 20%. The prices are a bit more all over the place than they have been in previous months. You know, a lot of months I go through these data, and what you see is the prices will change by 1, 2, 3%, plus or minus, really not big changes. And these are larger changes than we typically see. Uprising fell by 10% per box, Dynasty up by 7, and Outsiders up by 7. And then to the next block of 3, Dusk Till Dawn, Bright Lights, and Heavy Hitters. And you can see these are a little more relevant to the current play environment, and so they did get a jump during the bonus buck sale, pulling up the month-over-month table. The same kind of nearly 50% drops across the board in box sales because you had the bonus box sale again, and box prices -1%, +9, and -2. Not a lot of movement going on there, and we really don't expect there to be. These are no longer the new hot sets. Now, Part the Mist Veil, we're going to take a look at that, and we're going to change the horizontal axis to be days since release. So 0 is all the way over here on the right hand of the plot, and we go negative as we go left. So as we come back to the first couple of days, it was March 25th was the first day that there was a sale reported on TCG Player, and we started getting data for this product. So far, it is sold up through the end of April, about 150 boxes at a total of about $12,000. So we'll put some other recent sets up here, and this, of course, lines up the release day of all these sets in their relative timeline. And so you can see that Part the Mist Veil is getting a much earlier start than Heavy Hitters did. We'll put Bright Lights, Dusk Till Dawn, and we'll go ahead and put Outsiders on here too while we're at it. So you can see that blue line of Part the Mist Veil. It's just starting earlier than the others, so we really can't tell much with just data up through the end of April. We'll come back with data up through the end of May in the next video, and of course the release date for Part the Mist Veil is May 31st. So by the time we see those May data, we will have the release day data for this. So let me know what you think about this. I've been doing these videos since about January of 2022, so you can look back on my channel and find monthly Flesh and Blood sales data videos going all the way back to then, as I've been collecting these data off of TCG Player every month. Thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.